Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all over the world. Dobson 777A here. Okay, let's jump right into a little bit of the news, but in just a few minutes, we're going to go into some of the charts and determine if we've found a bottom now. It looks like that's a possibility on both gold, silver, and platinum in the most recent downturn here, but gold is really increasing in Russia's holdings such that their reserves now are outpacing US dollars. And this is a change that's, again, no accident. Russia, Putin especially, has been intentionally de-dollarizing to protect them from US sanctions. And so you can see in a very short amount of time what Russia has done. And you can hear about why, we've been doing this Russia, 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 and the Democrats and everything, because this is a race that we're seeing a lot of different countries now, and Russia and China especially have a deal where they are trading amongst themselves exclusively in their own currencies. In fact, Russia sells oil for gold, and that's one of the ways he's now increasing their holdings. So keep an eye out for this, because when they've done this in the past, this is a good way to become an extinct country, or at least the leaders somehow disappear. And we see bombing, U.S. Makes a whole bunch of bombs, and, they got shelf life, so they got to use them. But Russia's been actively doing this for quite some time, and it looks like they're successful. Now, a few days ago, I was talking about, because of what big tech has been doing with their censorship and everything, and deplatforming a bunch of people, I was saying, man, I bet you this is going to be a fantastic short opportunity for these. And lo and behold, I found a chart that's showing what's happening to these stocks, and it's kind of interesting. So FANG, I actually looked it up so I'd make sure I knew exactly what it was, but Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Alphabet, but sometimes it's FAANG, and they include Apple as well. Everybody's tied into censorship now, where they're actually closing or keeping people not having access to their bank accounts, not allowed to do e-commerce or anything. Companies are actually being completely deplatformed from Amazon servers, and on and on and on. So look, this is something that there's probably going to be a major penalty for, and if you followed my advice a few days ago, you would have already potentially seen a significant increase on shorting this. I don't know if there's a FANG ETF or not. I'll have to go look, but I thought you might want to take a look at this, because it's kind of interesting to see. Of course, there's some cyclical part of this. They were back here in November, back here about this level. So are they going to break through this previous low? I don't know. So when we look at our gold chart, this is looking at basically a year, and I've got the 200-day moving average. And I talked about previously that this looked like a bottom in previous points here. So this was March in 2020 when it just crossed this 200-day moving average. This looked like a buying point for people. And then the same thing happened in November. It was a buying point, and then we just touched it here in January, just a couple days ago. And it looks like it's bouncing off of that level again. So this is a bottom. And so if you go back to this point here, we had a bottom of 1477, and then we had one here at 1776. That's actually kind of interesting. And then now you've got one at 1840, roughly, is another bottom. So hopefully you picked up some gold, because I got a feeling gold's late to the party. It had a false breakout. We'll see if this time it comes out. I expect it will. So let's go to silver. Now silver, even though it retraced some, it looks like it's bouncing off and coming. It's nowhere near the 200-day moving average here. So it's holding up well. This looks like it's the breakouts holding, and we got to wait and see, are we now going to get up to that next level 35, 40 range that we're projecting here. Platinum is just doing fantastic. It broke out back in November, and it's just continuing on. And today was another fairly decent day here. It bounced all the way from 1026. It's up to 1080, so that's a $60 rough jump for today. So that's platinum still doing its thing, and you're starting to see the 200-day moving average bending up now. So I'm hoping this thing keeps flying now. I thought I should bring up this article, but remember, we've got some folks that are doing everything they can to undermine democracy here. And these companies are deeply involved in this, and we need to decide, are we going to continue to support them? I'm sitting here thinking, look, I love using Amazon. I love the way it keeps track of my orders, and it has just about everything that I'm looking for. But look, these guys are on the wrong side of our democracy, and we got to think about who we're supporting here. I was trying to find out where they are. Oh, here we go. So a lot of these are showing the percent that they gave to each. So AT&T's still roughly 50-50. Raytheon, my ex-company, is still roughly 50-50. JP Morgan Chase is primarily, no, where was it? Valero Energy is primarily Republican. Let me make sure I got that right. Republicans on this side. I was trying to see who does primarily Democrats here. It looks like they're trying to spend fairly evening, but when you go to the oil, there's Marathon Petroleum's primarily Republican. Kroger's a larger percentage of Republican. Tyson Foods primarily Republican, like 60-40. I was trying to find the ones that were primarily Democrat, but now this chart's talking about $1 million that was given to Republican lawmakers who objected to certifying results. So, many ways, these are the good guys, but they're going to be attacked because they didn't go the Democrat way. So I don't know. It's interesting though to see what percentage of dollars is given and what percent of mix they're giving between Democrats and Republicans. Okay, lastly, I just happened to see this article. It talks about in LA County, they're telling residents to wear masks even inside their homes. And a lot of these homes, they don't have any COVID in their house, but they're trying to tell anybody that leaves the house to go get food or get the oil changed or whatever else, when they come back, everybody needs to wear a mask because they could have been infected. And so this is really going insane, and I've seen a lot of studies. I may have to bring these things up to show that mask wearing is a joke. In fact, you're leaving your mouth area and nose area in a very moist environment, which helps incubate COVID. So it's actually silly. And the countries that are very good at wearing masks, like Hong Kong and everything, it is not stopping the spread. In fact, they're all believing that it's actually increasing the spread. So you might want to really think about these crazy states that you guys are living in, and especially these democratically run places, and get the heck out of Dodge. That's all I keep telling you. They're incompetent. And you just got to stay away from incompetent folks. They're going to get you killed, folks. Geez Louise, I keep wanting to end this video, and then I realize I forgot about another article that I had read, and this is a perfect timing to bring this one in. So this was on the 8th. California COVID orders. Residents can travel no more than 120 miles from their homes. What the heck, people? You got to get out of this dang state. These guys are crazy. Again, I'm telling you, these guys are, who are they to say? Next, they're going to be tracking your phones and be able to tell that you did it. You're going to be in trouble, folks. Man, I need to call my daughter-in-law and tell her to get in the car and get out of that state and come live here. Even though my son's in the Navy, he can't leave. But this is nuts, folks. You can't do this. Okay, what can I say? They're going to get you killed, folks. That's all I can say. All right, I think that's it for the report tonight. I hope everybody's treating you well. I hope you're doing well. Do the best you can. God bless. So I have to explain, I had to get rid of a lot of the music that I had at the back here because all my videos were getting characterized as like cinematic and music and all this kind of stuff instead of being the investment/prepper channel. So I found this to be a little perturbing and probably a lot of reason why my doggone counts have been going down. So I've only got just a little bit of the section at the beginning and the end, and the rest of it is just the info you need to be able to survive in this complex world.
All right, go potty. We gonna go bye-bye? Are we gonna go bye-bye? Are we gonna go bye-bye? We gonna go bye-bye? Yeah, all right. You going to get in the car? We're not quite ready. I'm almost ready. You almost ready? Okay.